Good. So, I'm not sure how this is going to sound. This is a new installment of your podcaster's favorite podcast. It's The Corner. Yeah, so I got a new laptop. I'm recording this on a new laptop. It's probably gonna sound like ass. Kinda looks like ass, I can tell. But I think there's something special going on. So I'm leaving this for future generations, as I do for every episode. Got a new laptop with my own bread, $500. Pretty good deal. Has FL Studio on it. And as I'm making this right now, am I gonna drop this? Or is it just gonna sit on my laptop and be an embarrassment for me in the future? Regardless, here we are. It is, my laptop says it's 10:26, but it's actually 12:26. And I'm using it as an excuse to stay up late and being like, oh, it's only 10:26. It's not 1 in the morning. And you're still making FL Studio beats that are super difficult to make because I don't understand it in the slightest. I think this is gonna be I think you guys might love the short episodes. I've tried to make longer ones, have in the past, and edited them, and made them all cool. But I don't think that's what this episode's gonna be. I think it's gonna be real raw and rugged. If you can't see to the left, what's that? Oh no. He did it again. I did it again. I went all out and got an upright bass for my birthday. I could ask for a lot of things. I'm still living in my mom's house. However, upright bass, new laptop, normal bass, and creative tools and devices. Let's get down to brass tacks, though. I submitted, I say that like it's a contest or something. I uploaded my book to this website. It's gonna print it out. So if you're seeing this, get a copy of it, because they're going fast. And they kind of are, though, because I decided, I was like, I'm gonna get 10 copies of my book. And I was like, oh shit, is 10 people even gonna buy it? Obviously, insecure me. Oh, am I even gonna be able to sell 10 copies? I feel like I'm missing some. Am I even gonna be able to buy 10 or sell 10 copies I bought? Potentially not. I'm fucked. But then posted it on Instagram. Boom, boom, boom. People are like, let me get one. So if everything works out, I'm gonna have to get more copies. And if you're watching this right now, you're gonna have to wait. And I also got, this is kind of on the low, I got 10 posters and a couple bags like this, but not exactly like this. A couple bags for people who bought my book when it dropped. So that's a sneaky treat that you might be intrigued in. I spent today well, I went to work, but I also, I painted on my bags. You can see my reflection. Look at that. Crazy. You can see my reflection. I spent some time using sandpaper to whittle down the layers of paint I spewed all over my freaking creations, my bags that I'm giving out. So they're handbags, shoulder bags. You can do all types of stuff with them, but they're coated in paint. So they're all one-on-ones. But I realized, just like I have in the past, that when you put paint, oh, the train's going by. I don't know if you can. Anyways, that when you paint a bag and or a shirt or pants, made this mistake with sweatpants. And now that I'm mentioning it, might use this technique on those sweatpants. I looked up how to make fabric with paint on them softer and easier to use. You know, it's not like crusty and weird when you like hold them, because I'm like, damn, I was trained. I'm like, damn, maybe this is too crust. I need to fix this. Like those sweatpants, I was like, oh, let me paint on them, and they look pretty sick. However, they're kind of crusty. They feel stiff. We don't like that. Not for sweatpants, at least. I mean, it might be cool, but I don't want people to be walking around like a statue. Like a statue or anything. The train keeps going, honking its horn. And people down the street, they started building a condo. Or like a house, whatever. There's whatever. A lot of new living spaces in my town. They made a $1 million house, something like that. That's what Mom told me. She's like, hey, $1 million house right there they're building. I was like, but it's on the railroad tracks. It's literally like house railroad tracks. Like, I don't know what I know for a fact nowadays, the odds that house isn't going to shake like shit all the time that the train goes by, because it goes by all the time. And if you're really still in my house, you can kind of, maybe your dresser will shake. You'll hear it, hear a rumbling, maybe feel it. But when you grow up in that environment, as I have, it's comforting, and it reminds you of home. And one day, I'm sure, if I'm living somewhere and the train goes by, I'm gonna be like, that's a good feeling. But if you're fucking from some faraway land where there's no trains outside your house constantly, you're gonna be like, what the hell? I paid $1 million for this complex. I put all my money in this house, in this market, in this economy, and there's a train driving through it at 1,000,000 miles per hour on a hourly basis. I would be mad, but that's besides the point. I guess it's the only point, but that just doesn't make sense to me. Why would you build $1 million house on the train tracks? Like, it's like 100 yards. Not even. It's like 50 yards from just being on the train tracks. Not even like an acre away or something like that. They're just building shit on top of shit. out here. And interesting move, to say the least. Is it what I would do? Preferably no. If I was in my right mind, probably not. These are always crooked. That's the change we needed. So, what else? Yeah, my book. This is important. It's really important. This is the first volume of many to come. I hope, as long as I don't get discouraged or anything, or I doubt it will stop me. I'll probably keep printing this regardless. It's like music. It's like, yeah, I kind of got people who listen to me and stuff and want to come see me perform, but it's not like it's a hard thing. I was gonna say profitable, but at the end of the day, it's pretty profitable in a day-to-day basis just to have people who like your music. I don't know how long that's gonna last or whatever, but that's not really what I'm in it for at the end of the day. I am doing it so I can get better. If I could make that my career or whatever, if I could profit, or not profit, if I could just make money, because that's like not even like necessarily like a profitable thing, or like get like living expenses from the things I do that I'm passionate about, that'd be pretty sick. So I'm trying to do that. Please buy my book. Who knows, Maybe I'll just be giving it out for free on the corner because I've given up on the idea that I could make money from a creative outlet. And if that happens, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. If we get there. Because I have a feeling. I got a feeling that this book's going to do good. And I think it's going to make my music better. And I got an upright bass. And that thing's like super expensive. And I got it for super cheap. So it's like, I'm going to fucking play it either way, It was so much fun to play, dude. Can I just tell you? Player to player. This thing is so much fun to play. I was like rapping and playing it the other day, and I was like, is this everything I've ever wanted? Like, in one bundle? I feel like I sound like I'm out of breath, kind of nervous. I took one hit of weed. It's like train wreck. I feel like fucking train wreck, dude. Yeah, I didn't see why they named it that. Took one hit. And A$AP Rocky said, oh yeah, people at work always ask me what that is. I'm like, A$AP, you don't know what that is. You weren't alive in 2014. But, yeah. A$AP Rocky said in a song recently, I think, I don't even know, he was like, if you paranoid off the weed, that shit mid. And I was like, really? Because I thought I was smoking like good pressure. I thought I was smoking gas this whole time. And it turns out what A$AP Rocky said, I'm smoking mid no matter what. It's like, dude, I'm from New Hampshire. We get such good weed. Like, people are like making it like it's fucking like meth or something. They love it. We got Maine and Massachusetts. You'd think we got like the fire weed. Like, why am I anxious? But there's a chance. I've smoked some weed sometimes. Side note, I think it's hilarious that people smoke weed. Like, when I was on mushrooms. When I'm on mushrooms, I think about that. I'm like, dude, it's so funny that people like buy weed and like get high on weed that lasts like not long. It, it's like one of those liminal concept jokes in my head. I can't really like put it into words. It's like you smoke weed to get high, but it just makes you paranoid and anxious. At least for me, usually. Unless it's a cocktail. Unless I'm like, oh, weed, like way more alcohol than weed. Alright, I'm feeling something. And I've mixed devious substances, I'll be honest, with weed. And it's been great, but like, at the end of the day, like, all that shit, it's just funny that people get high. It's like, yeah, dude, that makes your life better. I don't know. And people say it does. And yeah, it's fine. I guess you're onto something. But for me personally, it's just like, it's like a joke at this point. It's like, if I smoke weed, I'm just kind of like, dude, loopy. Like right now, I'm wearing fucking sunglasses. It's 10:41 at night. Just kidding. Call back. It's 12:41 at night. I haven't gone to stand up in months. I'm getting kind of missing it. The heart grows fond when separated. I think I'm missing doing stand up, talking to people, saying bullshit, getting shit on by other people that don't know me, and I don't know them. That's kind of funny. I kind of love it. I do love stand up. I don't know why I stopped doing it. Probably because I started working a new job, and it's like I work at a bar, so it's like all the cool nights I've been working. But for some reason, I'm not working the next couple days, and it's like, dude, this book better sell, because if not, I'm fucked. I need money. I need to move out. You know, I need to move. I need my own space. It's hard to save money when you're only making a couple bucks. Should have been a coder, like Cole. Should have been a freaking engineer or something. Because it's like, damn, realistically, I'm about to be 25. Look at me. And I guess it is what you make it, but at the end of the day, dude, 25? I know most people are like getting out of college and like whatever my age, but for me, man, I see people on Instagram, like this dude Lord Sco. He's like the sickest. Like his raps are good, his music's sick, but it's more like he's got like this aura, you know. And he's like making music like Static Selecta and like just like kind of like he's on the come up, you know. He's like linking up with all these dudes that are like OGs or like, you know, solidified in the game of rap. He's a white guy, relatable, and he's like 22, and I'm like, damn, what am I doing wrong? But he also grew up in a different area. He's got a different life, and probably makes more sense that he raps than me. Well, that doesn't even. Nah. Well, either way, he makes sick ass music, and it's like, all right. Thought my music was sick, but like this dude's like got the aura about it, and I'm like, what am I doing? What's going on? What am I doing wrong? And I was thinking that today. I was like, damn. If I don't, I always would think like, oh, little bit. Nowadays I'm like, oh, just a little further. and then it's gonna feel worth it and shit. And it does feel worth it. I'm past that, honestly, and I like look back at like, oh, is it worth it? Am I am I profiting of it and shit? But it's really not about that. We know that. We know it's not about it, but it does feel like, shouldn't I be profiting off of something I put so much time into or whatever? But I feel like I profit on a metaphysical level, and it's not like a superficial level either. It's feasible. It is palpable. Definitely. I met Token last night. I don't know. That doesn't even mean anything. But I was like, oh shit. Am I attracting like people like me? The dogs? Am I getting the dogs assembled today? Is that what's going on? I feel like I've been meeting people that are like, yo, let's get to it. Been hanging out with my dudes around here that make music, really rap, and like, like make this kind of music, the guitars and the real instruments instead of beats. Don't know how to quantify that, but So basically, what I'm saying is I'm very hopeful. Not a lot of physical evidence that it's all coming together. Besides this laptop, new opportunities. Uploaded my book. I'm on a FL. Oh no, it doesn't really feel like anything external is helping. I mean, this is fun as fuck. This is like one of the best things ever. This is awesome. But I don't know. Maybe people listening to my new project that's coming out with Kaj, people reading my book and stuff. Maybe that'll feel a little bit of a thrill for me. But what can you do? I'm not really obsessed with that. I just think it might make me feel better about it, a lot of things, because this is what makes me happy, so I'm on it. But yeah, I think that's basically what I was trying to say.